It's the question that everyone's talking about. Is New Jersey Governor Chris Christie too overweight to be president? That's an awkward question. And it came up this week after a former White House doctor went on TV saying Christie could die in office. And it set off Christie's style war of words.
I'm a Republican, so I like Chris Christie a lot. I want him to run. I just want him to lose weight. I'm a physician more than I'm a Democrat or Republican, and I worry about this man dying in office.
This is just another hack who wants 5 minutes on TV. My children saw that last night. And she sat there on TV and said, I'm afraid he's going to die in office. My 12-year-old son came to me last night and said, Dad, are you going to die?
It's almost like a time bomb waiting to happen unless he addresses those issues before he runs for office.
If she wants to get on a plane and come here to New Jersey and ask me if she wants to examine me and review my medical history, I'll have a conversation with her about that. Until that time, she should shut up.
So is he too big, or is it none of her business, or anyone's business outside of the governor's family? Let me bring in Joe Madison and Dana Milbank. Thanks for being with us.
Hi, Reverend.
I want to hear from both of you on this. Is Christie too big to be president? Is it valid? Joe?
Well, let me go with somebody myself who at one point, Al, as you know, I weighed almost 300 pounds. And a doctor has the ability to look at you, as my doctor did in his waiting room, and said, you're not leaving this office until we examine you, because here's what's going to happen, Joe. One day you're going to be speaking somewhere, and you're going to fall down dead. Right. You're going to die. And let me tell you, that was enough incentive for me to go in there and get examined and to lose weight. You remember our beloved friend Maynard Jackson?
Yeah.
Who was heavy?
Former mayor of Atlanta.
Thank you. And suffered from morbidities. Now, Christie may be a young man, but as he grows older, these morbidities are going to catch up with him. And here's the point I'll finally make, and that is stress and overweight do not go together, and there is no one who understands the presidency of the United States that can say you're not going to be under stress. And that's exactly what that doctor was doing, and the doctor did he and his family a favor.
Well, Dana, Joe's doctor told him in private, not over television. Is this a fair public debate or public scrutiny and questioning in terms of a potential presidential candidate?
Well, look, I'll leave it to you two skinny guys to say whether that's a medically valid point. But you know what? When it comes to who's going to be the president of the United States, it's not up to the doctors, it's up to the voters. And in a political sense, people are saying Christie's weight doesn't matter. He's handled it brilliantly from the very beginning when he was running against John Corrigan, he said, yeah, I'm pretty fat. He's been able to joke about it. He's made it, if anything, an asset. Now, of course, any of us can look at this in an actuarial sense and say somebody who is very seriously overweight may have difficulties with the rigors of a presidential campaign, much less actually being in the White House. But the real problem Chris Christie is going to have is not the size of his belly; it's the policies that he's got in his brain.
Yeah, no doubt about that. But Joe, you were almost 300 pounds. I was over 300 pounds, and now I'm down around 142. And I know that people really in our culture are really kind of, in my opinion, jaded. When I was over 300 pounds, people would slap me on the back, hey, Reb Mal. When I lost weight, people send me tweets, are you all right? I'm healthy now. They should have been asking that when I was obese.
Look, I had the same thing as you remember, and they looking, oh, you're losing too much weight. Are you healthy?
Something must be wrong.
But I understand that. But the issue was about public. Look, you're president of the United States. Look at President Obama. He smoked.
Right.
And he had the discipline to stop smoking. See, this is the other thing. I bet you if Chris Christie decided this is not funny, this is nothing to joke about, I am not the poster boy for health. Let's just understand that. He would also show the country that he is disciplined. Now, the other thing is, this New Jersey, I'm not from New Jersey, love the people in New Jersey, but this New Jersey attitude that I can call a doctor who's really advising me to get healthy and just brush them off is not going to play well, I believe, in Iowa. It might play well in Trenton, but I bet you it doesn't play well in Peoria.
Now, that's a good question, Dana. Politics, in terms of his shooting from the hip, off the cuff kind of snappy remarks, shut up, bullying teachers, will that play nationally for president? Some things that are appealing at one level may not make it to the next level. Do you want a head of state that is going to look across the table at another head of state and tell them, shut up?
Well, first of all, Reverend Al, congratulations. You have actually said tonight you're not half the man you used to be, and I was not aware of that. So,
but I'm twice the trouble I used to be. But go ahead.
And it's looking good.
This has been politically Chris Christie's asset, and I think it does play well nationally. I mean, he's got terrific numbers there in New Jersey, left, right, and center. But I think people like that sense of candor that they hear nationally. I was just up at John Brennan's hearing to be CIA director up on the Hill. They're praising his candor as another straight-talking guy from New Jersey. I think that sort of thing works well. Now, conventionally, people would say a fat guy can't get elected. That's why we always look to see what Al Gore's weight was to see whether he was planning on running again. I think Christie takes that out of the equation politically because he's handled it so well. But,
well, Dana, I got to tell you what bothers me about this, and that is, Chris Christie, this is, that's really great. When President Obama is candid like that, he's uppity. I mean, give me a break. And this is what bothers me about this double standard. Yeah. So it's okay for Chris Christie.
Well, can you imagine President Obama telling a doctor to shut up?
Thank you. Or anybody.
Jumping up in a teacher's face. I mean, it does seem like it's a different standard for different politicians, wouldn't you say, Dana?
Well, it's certainly, being from New Jersey or from New York, you're going to get a little more leeway there. I mean, look, the people he's got to impress are the Republican primary voters. He's got a whole bunch of policies that are not in line with the Tea Party because he comes from the Northeast. He's been highly critical of his party. He seems to be able to, at least so far, to overcome that because he's seen as being plain-spoken. I don't know if you can, make that comparison. It doesn't. You're correct that it doesn't work quite as well for President Obama, and I should point out I think he is still sneaking the cigarettes here and there, just not publicly.
I don't want to get into that one. We'll do that another night.
That's between
but
you
I
and
will
Michelle.
say that being a Northeasterner and working with the president and working with Democrats might be a lot of weight to carry around in a Republican primary. No pun intended. Joe Madison and Dana Milbank, thanks for your time this evening.
Thank you.